Hey friends, it's Dr. Foster here to tell you about an event that's coming up really soon in about 10 days. On March the 4th, there is going to be something called the Whole Body Detox Summit, hosted by Jonathan Landsman. And there are going to be 27 scientists, researchers, doctors, and nutritionists telling you about the way they detox, their detox strategies, information on toxins. They're going to talk to you about parasites, gut health, your digestion, blood cleansing, your skin, um, heavy metals. There's going to be a whole segment on lab tests, and how to know which ones are important, which ones will point out problems in your body that maybe are not well known by your regular doctor. There's going to be a whole segment on brain health and dementia and all the things that you can do. This is going to be knowledge. Knowledge is power, and you're going to get a lot of knowledge and a lot of strategies from watching the Whole Body Detox Summit. And last but not least, emotional health, which what I want to focus on for a few minutes, because emotional health and trapped emotions are a cause for pain and disease in the body that is under-recognized by the medical profession. The medical profession basically says if something's wrong with you, it's either emotional or it's physical, but not both. And every holistic practitioner says it's always both. It's always both. Every problem you have, every pain, every disease, it's always both. So it's important to not just take care of your physical body, but to take care of your emotions as well, because they can get trapped in your tissues and cause things like pain and disease. There is a free ebook that I love that is part of this summit. It's the Trapped Negative Emotions ebook. And I just read it the other day. I was super impressed with it because it really brings home that point of how your emotions are connected to your body and how an intense emotion or an intense trauma in your life can get locked into your tissues. And it talks about some of the strategies of recognizing it and releasing it, and how exactly to do that. There are a couple booklets that I wrote for this. One's on breath work, another one is on your brain health. And I highly recommend those because I always give a lot of techniques and a lot of how to, a lot of step A, B, and C. Here's exactly what you do at home for yourself. So even if you can't get an appointment with a doctor, you know exactly what you can do to heal yourself. And a lot of people do it too. A lot of people surprisingly can do all kinds of things. And I write out instructions for them and they follow the instructions and boom, they're like, wow, that pain went away. That digestive problem went away. So I write about the mind-body connection a lot. I've written 10 books now and 7 booklets. And in pretty much every single one, I always mention the mind-body connection, mainly because these trapped emotions can cause so many problems, and they can be stubborn and they can be mysterious as well. So these are things that maybe just hang on and linger, and you've tried and you've changed your diet and you've taken some herbs and you've gone to practitioners and you've run the gamut and you're like, why isn't this going away? And it could be because you missed a little component there, which is, your emotions, your emotional health, and the emotional traumas that have happened to you. So just for example, like irritable bowel, pains, cramps, and spasms in your gut, exhaustion and overwhelm. Sometimes that is a huge trauma that is mentally and emotionally exhausting. You go chasing a virus or chasing a parasite or something, and it's actually something traumatic that happened to you causing it. Stubborn headaches, migrating pains, like pains that move around in your body, can be signs of trapped emotions. Jaw pain. This is really interesting because it's sometimes when you get really angry, but you're not allowed to say anything about it. So it kind of just gets trapped in your jaw. So a lot of people have TMJ problems that are actually traced back to emotional traumas. Shallow breathing, cold hands, heart palpitations. People's hearts are so sensitive to emotion. And we've got so many people with AFib and heart attacks and things like that. And there is a physical component to these, of course. Um, but there is that emotional component that is important to address, and it's important to clear, because when you clear it, then your heart gets better. Some other things: shoulder pain, bearing too much responsibility. Um, and you just feel like you're carrying it all on your shoulders, and then you end up with shoulder pain. So, um, this kind of work, this kind of emotional release work that I'm referring to, I do this all the time with people because I am a medical intuitive, and I can use my intuition to, or clairvoyance, to look inside people's bodies to see what are the emotions that are actually trapped in your tissues. And I find every single kind of emotion in there, in every single part of your body. It is so, so common. It happens to all of us. It applies to all of us. It does not mean you have to go to a psychologist or a psychiatrist because you have a mental disorder. Mental illness is kind of more of a modern medicine construct, and it's something that they diagnose so that they can medicate you. But the techniques, the holistic techniques for emotional release, are a lot more extensive. They go deeper, and they are a lot more transformative, and they are way more effective than talk therapy can be. And I'm not trying to put down talk therapy. It does have its place. But some of these breathwork techniques and release techniques can be that transformative. They can change your life, and pretty quickly too. So, oh, what else? Okay, so that's enough on that. There are a few announcements I need to make. You got to catch the summit because it is going to be so extensive, and there's going to be so much information. And you guys, it's free. So all you have to do is sign up with your email and start watching. It's online and it's free. And I highly, highly recommend it. And not just because I'm going to be featured, but because these people that are in it, these doctors and experts, they are top notch. So that being said, there are a few announcements that I need to make about Dr. Foster's Essentials because we have been going through some issues. We have some formulas that are going to come back in. One of the problems is that there was some machinery that was screwing on the lids incorrectly for these bottles, and they were leaking. And so we didn't have formulas for a while. And so we have finally gotten that problem fixed. And we are going to start bringing some formulas on. So kidney bladder formula is going to come back. Blood detox is going to come back. Tissue repair oil is going to come back. Healthy heart we have, but it keeps selling out so fast. It is a great formula for your heart, for palpitations, for irregular heartbeat. And a lot of people started taking it after the cardiovascular docu-class ended. And they're like, I have to have more. This is really working. I'm surprised. I'm surprised that my doctor did not know about it because they don't have training in herbs. They don't know what hawthorn and motherwort do, and they don't know what cayenne does. But we have people ordering this in 12s. We had somebody order this 48 bottles, and we sold out in about a week. So it does take time to make these. It takes time to make the extracts. It's at least 2 weeks of steeping, and a lot of companies cut corners because there's more profit if you soak or steep for a day instead of the full 2 weeks. I mean, up to 2 months would be ideal. But it needs to be strong because I work with really sick people. So I'm a very much a perfectionist about the way that the tinctures turn out. I turn down manufacturers all the time because I'm like, this is for sick people. This is for people who are really sick and in a lot of pain. This is for people who are desperate. So you need to make it as strong as possible. And we have to have, a certain amount of herbs per alcohol. So just an example is that I bought a tincture, a kava tincture, and it wasn't my brand. And I can't really show it to you, but I took some of it. And do you see how this is almost clear? There's not much to it. And when I tasted it, it did not have the herbal signature. And what I mean by herbal signature is that it will make a strong kava tincture will make your tongue and your mouth go numb for about 5 up to 20 minutes later. I've tested some kava tinctures that like they would blow your mind. They're very strong. Why am I so concerned about kava? Because I am very concerned about stopping seizures, and a strong kava tincture can stop a tincture. No doctor is going to tell you about this, but I am going to tell you about this because I'm the doctor who left the profession because I saw the natural healers healing incurable diseases. And I had an incurable disease, and that's what it took to heal my seizures permanently. So just a quick note there about product quality. If you've tried herbs and it didn't work, it may be because you took the wrong brand. And you need to start paying attention to what the herbs taste like, and things like an herbal signature, like echinacea makes your tongue tingle, and kava makes your tongue go numb. Things like that. So those things are all important. But I don't want to take up any more time because please enjoy your weekend, and please mark your calendar for March 4th. It is a very exciting time. We have a lot of conversations going on about holistic healing. A lot of things in our country are now opening up. There's not as much censorship, and doctors are sharing their information more freely. And so you got to catch this. Please don't miss out on it. And if anything sells out, please let us know. We will put you on a notification list and we will let you know. But we are actively ordering more and more formulas because every time a docu-class airs, more and more people join us, which I'm super excited about. I love you guys so much, and I appreciate you. And I hope to see you during this summit. Okay, thanks a lot. Take care.